Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be trying out some new CATRICE products. I actually just got all this stuff in the mail, so I'm really excited to test it out. I'm going to show you like a little quick pan of everything that I have here. Primers, a really cool face palette, and a highlighting eyeshadow. Never heard of that before, but we're going to test it out. We have some eyeshadow palettes, blushes, lip products. We've got a lot. We're just going to try all this stuff out today. I do have my hair in a bun because I did not feel like doing my hair today, and you probably see a stripe of dry shampoo. Didn't feel like doing my hair today, so a fun bun it is. We're going to keep it up there because I don't have patience to do it today. If you guys want to see me play around with this stuff, then definitely keep watching. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you're not subscribed already. And if you want to see how all these products work out, then let's just go ahead and get started. So just cleaned my makeup table today. It's like appropriate enough to scan for you guys. Normally I wouldn't show you my makeup table because it's usually filled because I'm lazy and like don't put things away. But today I did, and it was because Davis and I were going to film a video together, so I wanted to have it clean for him and just clean for my mind. You know what I mean? Also, I don't know when this video is going up. It's definitely going up maybe Sunday. I don't know, but we're going to Montreal this weekend. I'm going to be vlogging, so if you want to check out the vlogs, go check out my vlog channel. Can't tell you when they'll be up, but we're definitely vlogging. Like I just told you guys, I just got all this stuff in the mail, so I'm really excited. We don't have like a full face, but I figured we had a lot of stuff here that we could go ahead and just try out. So that is what we will do right now. First thing for eyes I'm going to take is the Prime and Fine Brightening Eyeshadow Primer. I've never tried this before, so hopefully it's good. I really like the packaging. I think it's cute. So it's a brightening primer. Also, if you're wondering where my So What sweater is from, it's from WILDFOX. Ooh, this feels kind of like a creamed powder type thing. It reminds me of the Smashbox primer so far. Just the way it feels. It is looking a little splotchy, but maybe whenever we go in with an eyeshadow and set it, it'll be okay, but it's not very greasy or anything like that. It kind of feels, I don't know, it feels really nice. The palettes that I have today, we have the Modern Matte Collection, which looks like more cool tone shades. All of these palettes do not look too promising. I'm going to be dead honest, just because they're all pretty light shades and there's not too much like, I don't know, there's not too much to work with here. They all just look very light. They look like, when I put them on my eyes, they will look like the same kind of shade. But we will test it out because that's what we're here to do. I'm going to use the Modern Mattes first, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here. I don't really want to take this white, so I'll go in with this one. And I'm going to set this eyeshadow base. It's a pretty nice base we got going there. I definitely think you have to layer up the shadow to make the base look seamless. Maybe with all the other eyeshadows we put on, you won't be able to tell that it's a little bit patchy. Really quickly, I'm going to read what these are. These are new, and they're the Aquafresh Highlighting Eyeshadows. We have Luminous and Water Lights. And it says it's a water-based highlighting eyeshadow with bouncy texture and metallic effect, long-lasting, and that's it. Do I get any directions? Let's just open these up. And so, kind of looks like a paint pot. Looks like it's going to be great. Look at this. It's like a jelly. Can you guys tell? Oh my god, I kind of love it. Ooh. Look at that color. Okay, this one's like not as smooth as the other one, but here is what it looks like. I'm thinking this one's going to be my favorite, but we will see. Moving on to the eyeshadow, I'm going to keep it basic and make these ones pop, so we'll probably just stick with the mattes. So I'll just go in with this shade right here and put this into my crease. These do have quite a bit of kickback on the palette. I don't know if you guys can see. So we're just going to blend this in, have it as our transition shade. So we've got that on. It's not bad. Here is what the palette looks like after going in. You can see there is a bit of kickback, but not much at all. Nothing to really complain about, you know what I mean? Next up, I'm going to go in with probably this shade. Probably, I don't know if that's a good idea, but we're going to try it. And we're just going to put this right into that crease and a little bit in the outer V. They have some pigment, but they're just a little boring, you know? Like, there's not a lot going on with them. They're just very plain Jane eyeshadows, but they do have some color payoff. So they're not as bad as I thought they would be, to be honest with you. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this Aquafresh highlighting eyeshadow in Luminous Sensation. This is the one I swatched and loved. And I'm going to use my finger on one eye and just see how it works. This one seems like it has more color payoff, like I said. Oh my goodness. It kind of matches my sweatshirt in a really weird but amazing way. Wow, and it feels like cooling on the eye. It's a very different feeling. I'm going to use my brush now to see if I can kind of get it more clean. It did apply on the brush really nicely. You guys. Oh, that is so pretty. I'm really into stuff like this. You know, things with a lot of shine. Metallic look to it. I love it. Okay, so I'm actually going to go into the other color, the Water Lights one. Okay, now it's starting to burn my eyes a little bit. Don't burn. Okay, so I'm going into this one. I want to see if it applies better on the eye. Oh my lord. This one isn't as smooth, but it is really pretty. Like, even just to use as the pop of color on the lid. And they, like, dry down. It's not the smoothest. I want to see what it looks like popped in the center of this one right here. Yeah. I like it more as, like, a lid popper. Something to really draw the eye, like, to the center of the lid. Instead of all over, because it starts to get a little chunky. This one has, like, a bouncier texture, too. It has more movement. I'm really impressed. I like this. I will definitely be using it more. Next up, I have this Glam Doll Super Black Liner, and it says that it is waterproof. So it's a little felt tip like that. I'm going to line my eyes with this and see how it lays over this stuff. Very black. I don't know if you can put liner over this cream product. It's starting to like chunk up right in here. Very weird. Okay, let me see if I can do another liner on top of it. So I just want to see if I can go over it with this Milani Stay Put Matte Eyeliner. Just to see if like liner can go over it. It does dry down. It kind of feels like I have lash glue stuck in here. You know that feeling when you have lash glue stuck and like sometimes your eye like sticks together? It's like how I feel like my lid feels. So I think because I went in with that first felt tip, it was kind of a little bit stiffer. Like the felt tip was a little bit more stiff than this one. This one has quite a bit of movement, and I think that's why it started to kind of chunk up. But this eye is not bad. Like it's not moving on this one and clumping up. So maybe just use a liner that has a lot of movement to it, nothing that's too stiff. I have the CATRICE Glam Doll Volumizing Mascara, and it says it has triple boost with argan oil. So that's what it looks like. And then the brush, what is this, a primer? Oh, it's a primer. Oh, crap. And then this one's a mascara. I never use eyelash primers just because I feel like I don't need it, but tomorrow I'm wearing false lashes, so we'll go ahead and try it. I don't have like a makeup remover for waterproof makeup because I never wear waterproof makeup. I always curl my lashes because they just like droop down so much. So I'm going to use this primer first. I don't know. Doesn't really look like much on my eye, which I guess is good. Okay, it's a little thick. Now I'm going in with the mascara on top. Not impressed. The primer doesn't have like any fibers in it or anything. I know a lot of mascara primers have the little fibers. This one doesn't, and I don't feel like it's very volumizing. It looks very just like a basic mascara, nothing crazy. Maybe let me try it with a different mascara. So I'm gonna use it with the Benefit Roller Lash just to see if it makes it a little bit more volumizing. So again, I'm gonna take that primer and just put that on my eyes. Yeah, this isn't. It didn't make the Benefit one look any more volumizing, so I say pass on that and on the mascara. They're not anything crazy amazing. This is the Light Correcting Serum Primer in the Candlelight, and it basically just says, liquid primer with aloe vera contains light reflecting pigments for a subtle glow on the skin like a flattering candlelight shimmer. Use alone or under makeup, shake well. So I have the CATRICE HD liquid, oh, it's open, liquid foundation. And I also have this primer, which is the Prime and Fine Pore Refining Anti-Shine Primer Base. So we'll be seeing if I need to use this as well, if this is like too luminizing. That's what it looks like. Oh, if you guys can see. Oh, it's like really thin. Oh, yes, it does have a glow. It doesn't feel oily, anything like that. It does give a glow. If anything, it like sets into the skin so quickly. Kind of see the glow on my fingers too. That just like sunk into the skin so fast. I feel like I really didn't have that much time to blend it out. So I am going to go in with the Pore Refining Anti-Shine Base. Since it's pore refining, I just want to put this on my pores. Just kind of looks like a lotion type of thing. I'm going to put this in my T-zone. I actually don't mind that light reflecting primer because it added a glow, but it wasn't, like, it was very nice how it sank into the skin. Like if you have dry skin, I think you might not like that. I don't know about pore filling. I don't know about pore filling just yet, but we will see with this foundation. I haven't really used this foundation much. I'm going to use it with a brush first. I got some new brushes from Morphe I want to try. I actually got like a Morphe set from Ulta. And this brush came in it. It doesn't say numbers or anything on it. It literally just says Morphe. So we're just going to test this out and see how it looks. Put this all over. I'm going to just buff it in. Very mattifying. I don't know if it's the primer. I've tried this foundation before, so I need to go watch that video. I'm wondering why I never use this foundation, if this is the kind of coverage I get. It doesn't look bad. I don't feel like the primer really minimized the look of my pores because I can definitely tell I got some pores going on. I think if I use this foundation with my favorite pore filling primers, it'll be completely fine. I feel like you kind of lose this candlelight glow with that foundation, but this was really nice. It did add a really pretty glow. Now I'm going to use the Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. I think I've used this before, but I wasn't obsessed with it, and I want to figure out why. Ooh, I have another concealing product. I should not have done this right now. Okay, I'll just do one eye with this one. Ooh, that burns. I think this is why I didn't use it. I'm gonna use this Real Techniques sponge. That is not the huge sponge that I love, but it's here. And it's very just, ooh, not cute. I'd pass on that. But we do have other concealer products and a corrector. So this is the all-around corrector. My eye is burning. This is the all-around color correction palette. And then we do have the same thing pretty much, but this one has concealer. And I'm going to use this one to get rid of some of this darkness right in here. I'm sure this is the same as like the pot one that I used in another video. But that looks pretty dang good. That got rid of the darkness, that's for sure. This one's the lightest shade. This one's like the medium tone. That's what I'm going to use. I coat my brush in this and paint this on like I do my NARS concealer. I love the NARS concealer in the pot. It's just amazing and has full coverage and looks really good on my skin. So we will see how this one looks. I think it looks okay. I can't tell which one I like more, but I don't think I'm obsessed with the coverage. I like a lot of coverage. We all know this. I definitely like this concealer palette better than that only concealer that we used. I don't hate it. I kind of like it. So I'm going to go in with that same lighter shade, the medium toned one. And I'm just going to put this on my cheeks to cover up that redness. Much better. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take the lightest shade in here, which is this one, and highlight my face with this. Definitely like this concealer with a brush. Don't I have a mattifying powder? Okay, I'm actually going to take this Catrice All Matte Plus Shine Control Powder, and I'm going to set my face with this, and I'm going to just press into my skin and mattify everything. That made a difference. Jeez. Okay. See, now we're back in business. So Catrice did come out with this Professional Makeup Techniques face palette. So it has what it is on this little sheet. You get a really nice mirror, nothing crazy. So you have some creams and some mattes. Obviously, we're going to be using the mattes today. We have matte contouring, matte bronzing, matte blush, pearly blush, matte powder, matte cream. So you have 2 creams in here, which is this one and then this silver color. The rest of them are matte, which is very nice. I'm actually going to take this yellow toned powder and put that underneath my eyes just to brighten it up a little bit more. Brighten this area up maybe. This brush might be too big for this. I don't really see a difference, but we'll just do it to the other side. So I'm going to do the bronzer now, this one right here, and use that same Morphe brush. The pans are a little small, so it's a little bit tricky to get your brush in there. Seems like the payoff's nice. So, ooh, I like that kind of color. That is bronzy. Blend on my forehead. What's going on? I like the color. I feel like it's looking a little splotchy right here. Might be because my forehead is so dry. Going with the contour right here. I'm just going to contour my cheeks. I'm going to use a light amount because it kind of, ooh. I like the fact that these are mostly matte shades. Okay, so this does have a blush in it, but I also have some blushes right here, and this one's kind of calling my name. This is Miss Amber Brown. This is a smooth powder blush for a strobing effect with a natural looking luminous finish and glow on the cheeks. This is what it looks like. This color just looks absolutely stunning. We're going to try this one out. I don't hate it, but I'm not the biggest fan of strobing blushes just because I've got lots of texture and lots of pores, and strobing blushes will normally bring that out, but it's not terrible. I do like the color. It's more of like a bronzy color. I do want to try this like with my regular foundations, but that's really pretty. They also have a more mauve pink. This is the Miss Rosalie Berry. And then you have this kind of coral peach shade. It's Miss Summer Peach. I do like it, but it does accentuate texture and pores. So if you don't struggle with that, you'll be fine, but I do. Let's see. I kind of want to see what this matte blush in here looks like. We're going to be, this is pigmented. Oh my gosh. This is hella pigmented. Ooh, I'm only doing a light wash of that. Wow. We're not going anywhere today, guys. It's like in the evening, so it really doesn't matter what I do to my face right now. This is a highlighting powder in Champagne Campaign. Then we also have the gold highlighter in the palette. I kind of like am really feeling this palette. I feel like with my regular products, I will be obsessed with this. Of course, when you try a bunch of new things at once, you never know like what could be causing certain things. So like with this, I'll definitely try it with my regular primers, try this on my regular foundation, stuff like that. But I find these videos fun just to kind of try everything out at once. We're going to try one on one side and one on the other. I'm going to use this new highlighting brush I got too by Morphe. It looks very fancy. So I'm going to use the Champagne Campaign highlighter first. Where's it at? That might be the brush though. So let's go in with my favorite highlighting brush, Anastasia A23. See, that's why I don't like fan brushes. They play you. They try not to highlight you as much as you want. That's pretty. No, I got a lot on my face right now, and it's showing some texture, but that is pretty. A really gorgeous highlight, but the glow it gives is just really beautiful. Now I'm going to use the one in the palette. This one right here. And they say that this one's a blush. I'm not using that as a blush. I'm not ever going to probably use that. Mainly because that will show my textures way more than it should be shown. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that gold highlight. Ooh, see, I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. That is pretty. I like this palette. Even though there's a couple shades I will probably never use in here, I like the palette as a whole. I think it is really nice. And it has kind of like a little bit of everything that you need to highlight, contour, whatever with. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in my brows. These are the Slamatic Ultra Precise Brow Pencils. We have 2 shades that might work well for me. So here is light and medium. I think I'm going to go in with medium first. And it does have a spoolie on the end, which if you know me, you know I love a good spoolie. I'm normally a pomade kind of person, but I'll try anything. This is nice. Let me tell you, I haven't tried a brow pencil that I really like in a long time. These are creamy, easy to use. I do feel like I would go through this pretty quickly, but I feel like everybody does with their brow pencils. Moving on to the last thing we're going to try today for the video, and that is this liquid lip powder ultra matte. So it says liquid intense color pigments for a powdery matte and long lasting finish on the lips. This one is in the shade Cafe Americano, please. That's so cute. This is what the applicator looks like. I actually kind of like this applicator. See how it looks on the lips. I like the color. So that's Cafe Americano, please. But I'm going to go in with a darker color. And this one is in Pretty Little Roses. This is a little bit darker. See if it's pigmented. Whoa, yeah. There we go. I can't say I'd purchase more colors because these are pretty thin and sheer. I would definitely have to use them with a lip liner. Like the powdery matte look looks really nice. So they already have the makeup transforming drops. I have the lightening and darkening ones for foundation. So they came out with more for your foundation, and they have the waterproof and the wake up effect. So I'm very excited to try the waterproof. I feel like I just got to test this out. I got to see if it really makes something waterproof or not. I just find that so interesting. I'll also let you guys know more about these primers as I use them, because I feel like these products on their own would be really great, but together maybe not so much. Maybe they're a little too drying. And then I think my favorite thing that I tried is the eyebrow pencils, and I don't even like eyebrow pencils, but I really like these because they were so easy to use. So let me know down below if you're going to pick up anything that I showed in this video today. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
I can never be your trusted friend or your sworn ally. No, it's the harshest mistress.